Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. I wanted today to share with you an event that took place a few days ago at Le Mans Classic, in which NEXUS took an initiative jointly with l'Aventure PEUGEOT. And this initiative obviously enters in a context that I will first present to you, and then I will come to the event that was a beautiful event 10 days ago. NEXUS has supported the idea a few years ago that the so-called young and old-timer segment was an opportunity for the industry, for the tier ones, but that this opportunity, of course, was requiring a number of sub-initiatives to be first completed. So at NEXUS we supported the creation of Renovatio. Renovatio is a company that is fundamentally promoting the products that are manufactured by the tier 1 in the classic car segment, old and young timers, trying to bring back a number of tier 1s that have forgotten that this car park is at the end fairly significant. This car park is made of lots of owners that are requesting quality parts to be installed on their cars, but sometimes have difficulty to find those quality parts, have difficulty to be guided to the right parts, and the functionality of Renovatio is obviously in Europe to make the link and to guide the private owners, the workshops, the distributors that are very focused on this classic car segment towards the ones that manufactures the quality parts. I would even say the parts the cars are born with. And that's a first milestone that we took with a number of strategic investors to support the creation of Renovatio. At the same time, we have supported the creation of a team called Carzilla. Carzilla is fundamentally buying old cars, dismantling those cars, and rebuilding the cars with OE parts. In fact, trying to show the example to the classic car ecosystem once again, but here more under a racing angle, that a car, a classic car, has to be maintained, has to be brought back sometimes to its genuine quality status and not be transformed with parts that are coming from sources that have nothing to do on the car. So Carzilla is rebuilding the cars with the original parts. Carzilla is doing this with a foundation, with the Motul Foundation, incorporating youngsters in this renovation process. And then Carzilla brings the cars into the competition, more specifically the Tour Auto and other events. And Le Mans Classic a few days ago was one more example of trying to bring classic cars reshaped with their original parts in a racing configuration. In the Tour Auto, 3 cars of Carzilla participated. One of the 3 cars was brought to the 2nd rank in the category regularity, and another car, BMW Isetta, brought an enormous emotion in this Tour Auto, because it's a very special car that was driven by two ladies and had been renovated so well that I would say beyond the emotion, it was also raising a kind of huge respect. Now, at Le Mans, we have made a partnership with l'Aventure PEUGEOT. L'Aventure PEUGEOT is an organization that fundamentally carries 1,200 cars of Peugeot and Citroën, 55 employees, and the philosophy of l'Aventure PEUGEOT is not only to have beautiful cars in a museum, but also to have those cars on the road and make sure that those cars are utilized. So with Xavier, who is the managing director of l'Aventure Peugeot, an idea came up, and that was to bring back the Peugeot SP66, a Peugeot that has participated to the famous Le Mans of '66, the one that has been a key milestone in the history of Le Mans, to bring back this car, you know, on the road in the frame of Le Mans Classic, which is basically a version of Le Mans with classic cars that generally is taking place a few weeks after the 24 hours of Le Mans. So we've been working with l'Aventure Peugeot, with a number of partners, with a few drivers, the famous journalist Etienne Bruet, who is a journalist at the Turbo magazine, which is a very famous TV program focused on cars in France. The oldest, Etienne, was selected to be one of the two drivers of the car. We managed to bring this car out of, I would call it a museum, back on a circuit. It was tested on the track of Dijon, and then progressively brought to the right shape to be ready to participate to Le Mans Classic. What I would like to share with you is that Le Mans Classic is probably with Goodwood one of the two most attended classic car event in the world. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people attending this weekend from plenty of nationalities. The car, of course, had an incredible welcome because it's a car from Le Mans '66, and moreover a car that belongs to a very significant OEM today, the Stellantis Group. The attention of the press, the attention of the public was enormous on this car. It brought, again, lots of emotion and lots of respect, and for NEXUS it was one more step with the Carzilla team, you know, to show to the public, to the lovers of this classic car segment, that by respect to history, by respect to those cars, we have to install quality parts, genuine parts on those cars to make sure that those cars are, you know, aligned with the history, with the past, with what they are, with the parts they are born with, and also aligned with our philosophy at NEXUS, which is to link the tier ones with the market, be it a massive market or be it a classic car market, which is not a niche market. It's a significant segment in a number of countries, and that's our philosophy. And by showing that at Le Mans Classic, which is one of the most famous events in the world, it is one more demonstration of our philosophy and our willingness to link the tier ones, for which we are the ambassadors around the world, with the market. So a great event which will be reconducted in the coming months and I would say years. We will reconduct with l'Aventure Peugeot similar events, not only at Le Mans but in other configuration. We're going to have a brainstorming session in September to build new events in which, from the museum to the reality of a track or a race or a rally, we will bring beautiful cars with beautiful parts into a contest configuration and show to the world that history has a bridge with the present, and this bridge is quality parts produced by the tier ones that we promote around the world. Thank you very much.